The winter arrived earlier than anyone expected, covering the forest in a thick blanket of snow and silence. Deep inside the woods lived an old grey wolf named Ash, once the strongest leader of his pack. Time had slowed his steps, and scars covered his body like memories carved into stone. His pack had moved on months ago, following younger strength and faster legs, leaving Ash alone to face the cold season. Each night, the wind howled through the trees, reminding him of the voices he no longer heard. Hunger followed him like a shadow, but Ash refused to beg or steal. He walked with dignity, even as his body weakened. One frozen morning, while searching for water near a half-frozen river, Ash collapsed. His breath came out in short clouds, and for the first time in his long life, he wondered if this was where his journey would end. Not far from the river, a small injured deer named Luna struggled to stand. A hunter's trap had caught her leg days earlier, but she had somehow escaped, leaving her wounded and terrified. Every sound made her flinch, every shadow looked like death. When Luna saw Ash lying in the snow, fear rushed through her veins. A wolf was her natural enemy. Instinct told her to run, but her injured leg refused to move. Ash slowly opened his eyes and saw the deer standing just a few steps away. He smelled her fear, heard her uneven breathing, and felt the old hunger stir inside him. Yet something stopped him. Perhaps it was the weakness in his own body, or perhaps it was the pain he recognized in her eyes. Instead of attacking, Ash turned his head away, resting his chin on the snow. Luna stood frozen, waiting for the end, but it never came. Hours passed, and the sky began to darken. The temperature dropped, and both animals faced a cruel truth. Alone, neither would survive the night. Luna carefully stepped closer, her heart pounding, unsure why she trusted this dying predator. Ash lifted his head again and slowly pushed himself up, shaking from exhaustion. He began to limp toward a cluster of trees where the wind was weaker. After a moment of hesitation, Luna followed. Under the trees, they found a hollow surrounded by roots, offering some protection from the storm. Ash lay down first, curling his body to block the wind. Luna stayed on the opposite side, shaking from cold and fear. As the night grew colder, the space between them felt like a dangerous distance. Slowly, cautiously, Luna moved closer, her body seeking warmth. Ash did not move. He allowed it. That night, predator and prey shared the same breath, the same warmth, and the same fragile hope of seeing morning. When dawn broke, the storm had softened, but the forest was quieter than ever. Ash struggled to stand, his legs barely supporting him. Luna noticed blood frozen along his fur, just as Ash noticed her swollen, injured leg. Something unspoken passed between them. Ash limped out into the snow and returned hours later, dragging the remains of a rabbit he had managed to catch with pure willpower. He pushed it toward Luna with his nose. She hesitated, confused, then began to eat, strength slowly returning to her body. Over the next few days, an unlikely bond formed. Ash guarded the area, chasing away smaller predators, while Luna stayed nearby, no longer running from him. The forest seemed to watch them, as if unsure how to judge such a friendship. Each day, Luna grew stronger, and each day, Ash grew weaker, but neither left. One evening, the sound of distant wolves echoed through the trees. Ash's ears lifted, and his body stiffened. His old pack, or perhaps another, was nearby. Luna sensed his tension and stepped closer, unsure why fear filled her chest. Ash knew what would happen if the pack found him with a deer. There would be no mercy. As the howls came closer, Ash gently nudged Luna toward the open forest, urging her to leave. She refused, shaking her head, pressing her body against his. The howls grew louder, and shadows moved between the trees. With one last look at Luna, Ash stood tall, summoning the last of his strength, and let out a deep, powerful howl of his own. It was not a call for help. It was a farewell, a warning, and a final stand. While the other wolves followed his sound, Luna ran, tears filling her eyes as she disappeared into the trees. Spring arrived weeks later, melting the snow and bringing life back to the forest. Near the same river, a healthy deer with a faint scar on her leg stood drinking water. Luna was stronger now, wiser, and no longer afraid of every shadow. Sometimes, when the wind moved just right, she lifted her head, listening. She remembered the old wolf who chose kindness over hunger, dignity over survival. Deep in the forest, where flowers now grew over untouched snow, Ash's story lived on, not as a tale of a predator, but as a reminder that even in the wild, compassion can exist. The forest had not forgotten him, and neither had Luna. In a world ruled by instinct, one choice had proven that heart can be stronger than nature itself.